Feels like a PlayStation 5 controller. This seat reclines. Sunshades. That is class. There is a slight mid-range performance, like yeah, the turning circle is actually impressive. You don't need a lot of space to do three-pointed turns. Now let's quickly check out the brakes. Brakes do have a decent bit of bite to it, and you have 465 liters of boot space. You do get a parcel shelf which can be removed entirely. A huge thank you and shout out to Inchenon Kia for providing me this vehicle for today's video. I'm linking their number below. If you are in the market for a new Syros or any Kia vehicle for that matter, do give these guys a call. They are one of the best in the business. Welcome back guys to a very sunny Kochi. My name is Siddharth. You're watching That Car Guy. Today we have with us the Kia Syros, which is a very lovely looking SUV. Yes, it is. Well, Kia likes to call it an SUV, and I would say, considering the space inside, this is an SUV. Starting at around 9.5 lakhs, going all the way till 17.5 lakhs approximately ex-showroom prices. We have here the middle model, the HTX, finished in black. And it is a head turner. It is striking, polarizing to look at. I wouldn't call it beautiful, but it is polarizing, and it kind of grows on me. I was not the biggest fan in the beginning, but now this car is growing on me. You do get a very futuristic front end, starting off with the headlight design over here. It is on the extreme edges of the car, like so you will have to be careful while driving it, because those are not cheap units to replace, so be cautious. But it looks beautiful. It has that LED elements inside them, 3 diamond jewel kind of effect with a daytime running light on the side. You do get an aggressive chin diffuser kind of a setup in the front, Kia logo over there, and this being the HTX model, you get 16-inch diamond cut alloy wheels wrapped in 215/60 R16 tires, which has a good profile setup. And in the more full option versions, the more expensive versions, you do get 17-inch alloys which look nicer, but this will offer you better ride comfort. And the side silhouette is very boxy. I really like the way it looks. And you have ORVMs with integrated indicators. No cameras in this version. You also get roof rails which are functional, and the door handles are flush. And this is what I really don't like about this car. If there's one thing which I hate, is this, where you have to press it like this, hold it like this, and it is unnecessarily complicated. And this car has the keyless entry and go, where you have to press this sensor once for it to unlock. Then if it isn't unlocked, you have to press it again, then this action. I do not like this door handle setup. But apart from that, just check out the length. I know it's under 4 meters, but check out the wheelbase. It is really wide, really tall. It is a very handsome looking car with lots of glass area. I mean, there's a big glass area over here. It is just very glassy. And towards the back we have this, an LED stop light, another high mounted stop light over here. We have a spoiler, and we have another set of brake lights with your indicators and your reversing light housing over here. Again, towards the corner, like this is the far end of the car. And you also get a diffuser setup in the back too. Let's take a look at the boot. There is a soft button release over here, and you have 465 liters of boot space. You do get a parcel shelf which can be removed entirely, and it is a very deep boot, like my arm is all the way down there. And you also get a full size spare wheel. Yes, that is actually very practical. And this parcel shelf is kind of thin, like even my hand will not fit, but you could put small things, small knickknacks over here, so it is useful. The back end is actually my favorite angle of this car. It is very futuristic, and this HTX trim you get rear defoggers along with a wiper that is only offered on this option, and you get a reversing camera with parking sensors, which is offered from the base model. Yes, from the base model you get features like a reversing camera, 4 parking sensors. Yeah, even the front parking sensors are available from the base model. You do get a 12.3-inch touchscreen system with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay from the base model. So that is pretty good value for money if you ask me. So now let's go for a quick drive, and after that I'm going to go through the interior and show you every square inch of this interior, because the interior is honestly where the Syros will steal your heart. And now driving the Syros, we have the 1-liter turbo petrol 3-cylinder petrol engine mated with the 6-speed manual gearbox on test here today. And this car, well, this makes 114 bhp on paper, but don't buy this car for the turbo petrol enthusiasm or performance. This is a very sedate cruising car. Like, I could plonk this. I'm in 6th gear doing 55 kilometers per hour, and this car is silent. It is not vibrating, it is not shaking, so you could just cruise along like this. And if you drive like this, you'll get amazing fuel mileage. So yeah, why am I saying that instead of how fast this will go or 0 to 100 timings? Because this car sits at home like this. Like, it is a very lovely cruising car. Like, out on the highway you could cruise like this for hours and hours. And the clutch, the shift in the manual, the springiness of the gear changes, everything is just so delightful. It is just one finger operated, so you really won't be longing for the automatic unless you drive in a very densely populated city where traffic jams are 24/7. But for normal driving, the manual is good enough. And this 3-cylinder petrol engine, the turbo petrol, is good. There is a slight mid-range performance, like to get the performance out of this engine, you are going to have to rev the nuts out of it, and the car, she does not like being revved. You do hear that 3-cylinder thump when you actually misbehave with the engine, but don't do that. No. What you have to do is cruise in this car. Let her relax in a higher gear. And the engine is so silent. Like, this is a 3-cylinder engine. When you rev it, it becomes audible. She does not like it, but when you're cruising, you hardly notice. Like, I can't even hear the engine. It's that silent. Like, yeah, very silent, very creamy in nature. It does not feel like a 3-cylinder when you drive it like this, but when you wrangle its neck and, you know, go fast, that is when you hear the 3-cylinder shortcomings, like the noise, the thump, the vibrations. I won't say vibration. Even when you're hard accelerating, this car does not vibrate like a typical 3-cylinder. It is very refined in that nature. But this engine loves to be just taken care of. Pamper this engine, and it is a very quiet, relaxing experience. If you want more grunt, or if you want that torque low end, go for the diesels, which is a 1.5 liter unit, again turbo diesel CRDI. And those engines, well, that is where you can have the fun of a big 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine with a turbocharger. That will have that low end pick up and go feel. This does not. So if you are someone who wants to drive this enthusiastically, go for the diesels. And I wouldn't recommend the diesel for in-city driving. Like, if all you do is drive inside the city, don't go for the diesels, go for the petrol. This is a very silent, very relaxing, very creamy unit. This will do your 9 to 5 runs easily. And if you want to go for the automatic, the petrol comes in a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, so shifts are going to be crisp. And you also get an automatic transmission option in the diesel, where there's a torque converter. That is also pretty refined from what I hear. But the car which we have here today is the manual, And like I said, the clutch action is very, very light. The clutch is feather light. It takes no amount of pressure from my left foot to change gears in this car. It is very softly set up in the transmission and the clutch engagement department. And the steering wheel, yes, the steering wheel is light. So again, inside the city, it is one-handed driving is all what you will be required of. And out on the highway, when you pick up speed, this is kind of inconsistent, where it feels a little too artificial. The steering doesn't weigh up as much as I wanted to. But again, doing 100, 110, the car is fine. Like, she is comfortable, it is acceptable. The suspension will throw you around a little bit at high speeds like 110, 120. There is that bobbing motion with this car, there is no hiding it. Partially due to the high design, the tall boy design of this car, so it will throw you around a little bit. In low speeds, this is actually surprising, because every other video review I saw on the Syros, everyone says the ride is thrashy and it is not quality. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is not the case. I'll tell you why. Because this is the HTX model, and this comes with 16-inch alloy wheels and tires. All of the reviewers, all of the media cars you normally get are the full option HTX plus O, like the highest of the highest end. And those cars come with 17-inch alloy wheels with lower profile tires. And that could be why they report that the ride was thrashy. But with the 16-inch setup on the HTX, potholes are not that bone shattering. It is damp, like we went through a pothole over there. Bridge expansion gaps are not like amplified into the cabin. There is that throw, that the car will throw you, but it is a very damp, cuddled throw. Overall, the Syros is a very lovely package if you just want a car as a tool. If you're not going to drive it enthusiastically, if you want decent fuel mileage, you want a very silent engine, and you want space, this is a very large car. This is the largest sub 4 meter car I have ever seen. The space engineering inside this car is just genius. The back seats especially, there is a lot of space inside the back seats. I would say that this is more spacious in the back than most cars which are priced way above its segment. Like, you could recline the seats in this model, you could adjust the seats. The seats have rails in the back, so you could find a really comfortable position in the back seat. And the interior quality, this is a very new age interior layout. The materials used, everything is just fantastic. It is almost as if like IKEA designed the interiors for the Syros. I say IKEA because it is not the most luxurious, not covered in leather or high quality materials or brushed aluminium trim, or it is not that. It is not a very ultra luxury interior. This is a very modern, minimalistic, clean looking interior. This is a very different experience. No other car in this price segment will give you this experience. Like, this is totally different. The exterior looks are also very controversial. It is very polarizing. You might not like it at first, but once you spend an hour or 2 hours with this car, it will grow on you. It is not ugly by any means. It is just different. So give it some time, you will fall in love with the looks. And the interiors are an instant hit. The moment you set inside the interiors of the Syros, you will actually fall in love with this car. And it is fun. It's a very relaxing car. The cabin is very silent. There is a bit of wind noise coming in. Again, that is due to the tall boxy design. And check out the space, like it is very tall. You do get a panoramic sunroof. Let me just open it up. That adds much more light into this cabin. You don't feel claustrophobic at all in this car. This is the opposite of claustrophobia. So there is a lot of light and space. This is too much light for my liking. Like, the sun is really beating down on me. But that is the Syros in a nutshell. This is a very practical car to buy in this price range, where you get lots of space, you get decent engine options with petrol, diesel, automatics, And you get a lot of goodies as standard from the base model. Yes, even from the base model starting at 9.5 lakhs, you get wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay with this beautiful 12.3-inch touchscreen system. You get basically the same interior layout. You get reversing cameras. You get 4 parking sensors, even forward-facing parking sensors from the base model. That is unheard of. And you get sunshades in the back seat from the base model. So that is feature loaded. All of the feel-good features are there. And if you are a fan of this sunroof, you do get it from the middle model. And in my eye, the best version to get is this, the HTX. Would I get it personally in a petrol? No, I would go for the diesel, the turbo diesel, because I do commute a lot on the highways. So for my use case scenario, the diesel makes a lot of sense. But if it's a city only purpose car, go for the petrol, either in a manual or an automatic. I could actually recommend the manual wholeheartedly for you, because this is such an easy manual to use. One of the most smoothest operating manual gearboxes I have come across in a very long time. So that is the use case. Like I said, the HTX is all you need. You get all of the feel-good features like the dual headlights, the LED headlights, which look fantastic. You should get it. That is a very beautiful looking unit. And you get this panoramic sunroof in the HTX. You get the 16-inch alloy wheels, which are the ones to get. In my eye, the HTX is the one to get. Do let me know, what do you think, and what would your pick be amongst the models and the powertrain options in the comment sections below. I would love to hear that. Let's, just for the sake of it, check out the performance. We are in third gear doing 40. Foot down. The turbo did spool up. We did eventually hit 80 or 85. But it's not the most quick experience. The car did rev up. The 3-cylinder did strain a little bit. I felt bad for doing that. So this is not set up for outright go fast speeds. No. You should drive this very sedately, and the car is relaxed when you are in a higher gear. She's fine, she's happy. Now let's quickly check out the brakes. Brakes do have a decent bit of bite to it. And interestingly, for the manual versions, you only get disc brakes in the front. And for the automatics, you get disc brakes all around, which is kind of strange. Why would you offer all 4 disc brakes only on the automatics? That doesn't make any sense. The automatics are not faster by any means, but that is what it is. And I stopped here. I just want to do a quick turning test over here. Let's quickly turning circle is actually impressive. You don't need a lot of space to do 3-pointed turns. The car is nimble in that sense, and the steering, like I said, is so light, so light. You hardly feel any weight when you are in dire need, like a 3-pointed turn in city rush hour. This very easy system to use. Now let's go through the interior in depth and detail. I'm going to show you every square inch of this car. This is going to be fantastic. The interiors on the Syros is where this car shines. Let me show you. Like, you don't get wood trims, you don't get beige and boring blacks. You get grays and blues, which is a first for me. And honestly, it looks very futuristic, very funky. Let's start off with the key itself. This is the key offered with the HTX. In the lower models, you do get a flip key, but here you don't get that. It is just a remote fob. You can keep it anywhere in the car. There is a start-stop button, foot on the brake and clutch, and you press, and she comes to life. And there is this cool animation when you switch off the car, like, . Yeah, that is also pretty interesting. And now the steering wheel, the first touch point of any car, and this is very futuristic. You can see that bluish grey with a darker grey for your grips, and it is just a joy. This is like a very futuristic yoke kind of a design where it is flat bottomed and flat topped, so it is like a square. And the horn is very nice. All of the buttons do feel really good. It feels very futuristic, almost. It feels, what can I say, it is a two-spoke design. I'm not getting the words. It feels like a PlayStation 5 controller. Exactly. It feels so well designed. Like, it is basic materials. The materials are not too luxurious. You do get leather stitching and all, where it feels good and there is a sense of quality, but the design and the finish is that of a PlayStation 5 controller, and that is in a good way, not by shape, by just the overall design language. So that is pretty impressive. You do get airbags in this car as standard, even from the base model. And the main highlight of this car is this 12.3-inch touchscreen system, which is actually of high definition. Like, the quality of the blacks and the contrast, everything is very, very nice. The blacks are really deep. You do get shortcut buttons over here, physical buttons, and this also gets Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wireless, and all of this is standard from the base model. And over here you have another 12.3-inch driver display with an MMI screen over here. You can see this area is blacked out over here. On the more top end versions, you do get another display over here for your climate control, and there is something going on with this too in the top end versions where it is more premium. I'm not sure, I have to check. And the animations and everything is snappy. It is fast to use. Like, there is no lag. I mean, I've been just using the basic features like radio and stuff, and all of the animations are fluid. They are nice. And you get a camera over here with the camera button, dedicated camera button over here, and the camera is of decent quality. It is not the best, but it will do. And you can get different views, although there is only a back camera, but you could change the way it views. You can get this full screen view, or you can change things like that. You can go to settings, and yeah, you could mess around with that. Nothing much there. And you have dedicated buttons for home, map, search. Map only works if your car is connected to your phone. Media, again, you have your FM, Bluetooth, etc. This is a customizable switch where you can customize it. Now it is set to the off switch, so if you don't want to see anything, you can press that and the whole display will go away. Setup is your settings. You have climate over here, lights, climate, air recirculation, the doors. You can get all of your settings basically of your car over here. Buttons, phone connection, user profiles, layout, display. All of this is like integrated and baked into the touchscreen system, so it is a very nice system to use. And you get buttons, like I said, over here with a toggle for your volume over here, which also is pressable to mute. That is cool. And coming down, we have these AC vents over here, which by the way have this line in them. And in the HTX, this model, you get green accents everywhere. Like, you get green over here, you get green on the AC vents, you get green on the seats, and you get orange accents in the full option version. So that is a bit of information for you. And coming down from that, we have buttons for your climate control. And on the more pricier trims, you get another screen over here, which I find is pointless. Why would you press this instead of this? But what I have noticed is that there are no physical degrees. Like, you can't set 16 or 17 or 18 or 20 degrees. You just get 4 blue lines and 4 red lines. So like a basic old school manual AC system maybe. And you have buttons here for your fan speed. All of the buttons, by the way, have that very solid, nice clicky feeling. That is class. Coming down from that, we have a USB-C charger, and I have no idea what this is. So this is this. this plus charge. This is a button, so now it's charging. Yeah, if any one of you who knows this, please let us know by writing down in the comment sections below. But you again get another USB Type-C charger over here, and this is a hidden door with a conventional 12-volt power socket, which is neatly hidden, and the grey plastics again feel really good. And over here you have another cubby space over here, and the interesting thing is this is lined in that Margonite marble effect. If you can see, I don't know if the camera is picking it up. That is actually very cool. It feels like the interior was designed by IKEA. Seriously, it has that IKEA touch. And over here you have normally seen piano black trim. This is piano grey. It's like a painted high gloss grey, which feels really good. It looks fantastic. And over here you have another 3D printed kind of a feel over here on this trim. It is not just pure white, it has that texture. It is not physical in texture, it is just there for visuals. And you get another textured finish over here for your dashboard. Hard plastics overall, although this is a bit more damp and this is hard. So a mix and match of materials for sure. And you do get a glove box, which is actually very wide. You can also store small things over here, like your phone maybe. Yeah, a phone will fit there nicely. And coming to the door cards, again it is slashed in half, where this half is that grayish blue and this is dark grey. And you do get seat ventilation in this model with that switch over there, 3 levels, and everything looks very premium. The seat design is actually fantastic. This is kind of a leather finish for the seats. Feels good. It has good bolstering, and the seats are large, so large framed people can actually enjoy sitting in this seat. And you also get metal finish door pullers over here. It is not metal like in the actual sense, it is plastic painted to look like metal. And I'm very happy that they didn't go for that chrome look. They went for that brushed aluminium finish, which is really nice. Over here you have controls for your ORVMs, which is folding, I believe. Yes, we do get folding ORVMs. This is for your locks. Power windows. All 4 power windows are one touch operated up and down. That is a very premium feature. Child locks over here, and this portion over here is leather padded in that blue leather with stitching going across, and you get another silver brushed aluminium finish over here. Then goes to your dark grey, continuing this theme over here. Again, like I said, you do get a green accent for your speaker surround, and you get 1 liter bottle holders inside every door card. So a very funky designed interior. Like, it is refreshing. We have been used to the greys and the blacks and the wood trim and the piano black. This is something totally different. I would get the Syros just to experience these interiors, because this is a breath of fresh air. And talking about fresh air, you do get a panoramic sunroof in the HTX. It is actually a panoramic sunroof. It's really large, and it opens also like really wide. Like yeah, you could stand outside, no problemo, but don't do that. But you can see the panoramic sunroof extends all the way till the back seat, so it is a very large glass area. And the interiors, man, it is fantastic. And now sitting inside the back seat of the Syros, there is a lot of headroom. Like, space is not an issue in this car. It is decently wide. Not decently, it's actually very wide. Like, my hands are nowhere near. I am sitting over here, and the seats feel really good, where it has a lot of under thigh support. It feels very comfortable back here. And on the more higher trims, you also get seat ventilation in the back, only for the base, not the back. So that is strange, but it is an option if you get the more premium versions. And talk about space, check this out. This is set to my driving position, that is set all the way to the front, and just you can see, even with this seat in this position, there is no lack of space. There is space for my feet to be tucked under the seat. So you can get into a very comfortable position, and ladies and gentlemen, this seat reclines. Yes, and one more thing, this seat also, you can move it back. So, oh wow, I just moved these seats back. Like, I did not change this seat. This seat can be reclined and slid across like that. Yeah. Oh wow. Is this a sub 4 meter car? Wow. If this is a sub 4 meter car, why would you need anything more? Like, for your city runaround, this is absolute comfort. This is actually very comfy, where you can do long distances, no problemo. If you have a driver, sit back, relax. I can do this, and still, even if I'm doing this, my feet are nowhere near the seats, and this seat is not all the way set back. That one is. So I'm just trying to show you the amount of space back here. You will not believe this. The video will not do it justice. Photos, I saw photos and videos of this car. I did not think that it was this large. It is properly large. Oh wow. What else do you get? You get lights over here. Nice. You get a spring-loaded grab handle over there. You get AC vents in the back, which are working perfectly, like it's cooling like a champion. You do get two USB Type-C ports over here and your phone holder over there. Magazine pockets in the back, and the door cards, similar to the front, they have not skipped out. You still get this softer material over here with the grey plastic, the leather padding over here with the stitching and the aluminium finishes, and the green accenting. Everything is there, so it is a identical copy of the front, but you get something which is a very premium feature, which is sunshades. That is class, ladies and gentlemen. That is class. And here's the kicker, this is offered from the base model. Yes, even from the base model, which costs around under 10 lakhs ex showroom, you get this and this much space. So this is standard. The backseat experience, okay, you cannot recline the seats in the base model, but pretty much the space and this and the AC vents, everything is standard even from the base model, which makes this a perfect buy if you are someone who has a driver and you don't want to drive inside the city. You need a small car which is fuel efficient. You can get this in a diesel too, so fuel efficiency is taken care of, and in those circumstances this car makes a lot of sense. Why would you spend more and get a Seltos if your driver is going to do the driving? You can chill back here. If there are only two people back here, it is super comfortable, and there is space for a third person too. I'm not joking. There is a space for 3 people, and I forgot to show you this, which is an armrest with cup holders, so you could drink chai, coffee, champagne. Champagne is illegal, by the way. You cannot drink in a moving car, so don't do that. Fake champagne, grape juice, wheat juice. So you can do whatever you want. And the space is there. You could actually relax and chill back here. So go for a test drive. You'll see what I'm saying. Like, the space back here is massive. So guys, that was it. That was my review with the all new Kia Syros. What did you think? Please let me know by writing down in the comment sections below. Like this video, share this video with your friends and family. And if you're new here, do consider subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. We'll catch you pretty soon with another video. Till then, have fun, drive safe, and God bless. Bye.